Good morning. It's 6 o'clock on Saturday morning. Had a great night last night at the Cougie Lodge with some of the other challengers hiking. Good morning, everybody. I was the first one up and out. Everyone else is staying for breakfast at 7:30, which was considered early by the lodge people, but I got up again about 4:45, tossed and turned, went back to bed about 5:15. I said I'm just going to, decide to get up and start hiking, make miles. It's a long day. I might be able to make it to Fort Augustus, but I'm probably going to stop short. I'm going to stick with my plan. I met some people yesterday at the lodge. They told me all different things about whether I can find camping or not. And this is the forest that I plan on stopping at wasn't good, but other people said, of course it is. You'll be able to find a spot. You're only one person. I'm sure you can always find a place to stealth camp. So I've decided to stick with that plan. So I'm on the road. I figure even if I need more time, it'll work out good for me. Everything is wet. Fog rolled in overnight. Everything was damp. The inside of the tent, the outside of the tent. I just put it away. I'll take it out and dry it later. Good spirits. My shoulder and my pec muscle is actually hurting me. So when I fell, I must have bruised it or something. I don't think anything's broken or fractured. I don't have any pain, like when I'm breathing or anything like that. So, but it is still a concern, because if I go to pull something, or like if I go to lift my pack up with my right arm, it twinges, so I feel it. My calf muscles, my thighs, everything is tight. Starting to loosen up now as I walk. Went to sleep probably about 10 o'clock last night. The other people came shortly thereafter and kind of woke me up a little bit as they were getting into their tents and putting everything away. They stayed up. They were conversing with the two people in the Cougie Lodge. I went to sleep. There's a couple of people that went to sleep a little earlier than me. I probably should have done that too and gotten better sleep, but I wasn't going to get up at 3 o'clock. I did take a Benadryl last night to help me fall asleep, which was good because all the people around me, once they started snoring, it was a little loud. So anyway, here's that glorious sunrise over Scotland, and this is my road. And you can see, you're starting to just see the tops of the peaks coming through as the fog's rolling through. There's really not much of a breeze, so the condensation isn't going to burn off for a while. So I figured I might as well make a mile or two down the road in that time. By the time I figured if I would have eaten and had breakfast, it'd be 8 o'clock. I could be 6 miles down the road maybe, or at least 5. I do have some climbing to do after the falls to get over this mountain range that I see to my right, but much further down. And then after that, it looks like it starts trending mostly down toward the bridge that I'm going to go over to get to Fort Augustus eventually. So I'll stop just short of it. Weather is supposed to be bad tomorrow, but I don't have any updated weather. I might get a weather report later if I can. I might have service on the mountain, I don't know. I might try. But as of now, I'm assuming that Sunday is supposed to be bad weather. So what I'd like to do is make my miles early, so maybe I can get to Fort Augustus and get out of the rain, or at least dry out. I do have to do some shopping. I need a resupply for food, mostly snacks. I ate here at the lodge yesterday. Had a wonderful meal when I first arrived. A bacon roll with the wonderful bacon they have out here. And I had some tea, and then later on I had tea, tomato and basil, what we would say basil, soup, and beef lasagna, which was good. And I was definitely full. So a nice warm meal. I slept great last night. I only woke up like maybe 2-3 times to turn. It was quite chilly though. So I am glad I did purchase a new bag going forward. I bought a 0-degree bag. I think that's for me going forward. Even last night is probably, in the 40s, so it's quite chilly. But I was more or less warm. I did put my jacket on during the night, and I keep my head covered. So right now I have gloves on and my hat under my hat to keep my head warm for a while as I work up. And then in a little while, once I'm warmed up, I will take those off, shed those layers, put them away. Okay, check in later. I just stopped at Plodda Falls. I walked down the trail. It's 7:15. I wish I hadn't. Wasn't much to see. I didn't go all the way around. They have these tables here, and you notice how smart it is. They put this metal plate here so you can cook on it without burning the wood. Something we should probably do in America, especially on those plastic tables. You could probably put a heat shield, and then people would cook on that and hopefully not burn the tables and melt them. Something to think about. I just took off my jacket, my gloves, my hat, put them away. I'm going to continue on the path and keep walking. Already done almost 6 kilometers or 3.7 miles. I've been hiking for about 2 hours and 5 minutes now. It's 8:05. Made it to the top. That was quite a climb. I'm gonna have my breakfast now. I took a drink a little bit ago, and I'm gonna just keep on walking slow. Still got a little ride, but this is the gravel path I'm on, and I guess these power lines are what I'm following down the mountain. So I guess they built this access road here, where it used to be more of a dirt trail. So, and then eventually that'll lead me to the bridge, and then I can follow that into Fort Augustus. Past another hiker back by the gate. So same gentleman that we stayed with yesterday, and I hiked with a little while, about an hour, and I still don't remember his name. It's slow going though. There's a slog. It's quite windy and cold here. It's chilly. I already put my jacket away. I'd have to stop and take it back out. But just gonna keep on moving, try and keep warm. And I know eventually I'll get down a little bit. It won't be quite as exposed as up here on the top. It's about 9:30. I just stopped here. I'm assuming this is a little bothy. It looks like it's an old little shack. Hasn't been maintained, but I guess if you needed a place to shelter out of a storm or weather, just wanted to walk in here. Looks like there's some bunks in here, but it hasn't been obviously kept up. Unfortunately, there's some litter in here as well, which is a shame. But you know what? If you needed a shelter out of the rain and storm, it would work. So I've done about 8.5 miles today, and I stopped here to take a break. More importantly, to go to the bathroom. It is impossible to dig a good proper cat hole here. The ground is just way too tough. The moss, the peat. I'm definitely gonna have to get a better shovel of some sort of trowel. Maybe I'll look for one if I go into one of these towns. I'm barely able to make like a little plug, so it's not the best work I've done. So here I am at this little, I guess, a bothy or whatever. 13 kilometers done already. Got about another 7 to go, so I'll be 20 kilometers for the day, and I'll get to that forest. That might only take me another 2-3 hours. So I think I could easily make Fort Augustus today. I may think about that. My only problem is I don't know if I'll be able to get a place to stay in the lodge. But it might be worth the trip to do that. That would put me basically a day ahead, but I have a reservation there tomorrow. So I could theoretically stay there another day. and then I would be on schedule. I think I may decide to push on a little bit and get a little closer. The weather's supposed to be bad tomorrow, so I'd like to get out of the rain if I can. Everything's wet already from last night, but if I could avoid getting drenched on, it might be worth it. And that would give me a chance to dry out my stuff a little bit and resupply, and then maybe move on in the afternoon, maybe when the rain passes. I'll see. Well, still walking down the path. Hopefully this is the last big range to pass over for today, and from here it should drop down toward a river and the bridge. That'll take me across the river into a forest, which is where I may be staying tonight. So I'll see. Well, I've been hiking for 19.3 miles, a little over 8 hours, about 8 hours and 10 or 15 minutes, and I've come out in Fort Augustus. That's the path behind me. You can see the gate back there where I just walked through. You can see I'm walking past houses, and here's someone pressure cleaning or a generator, and here I am in town, and you can see the mountains in the distance. And down below is Fort Augustus and the most famous lake, or loch here, Loch Ness. I decided to push on today to Fort Augustus, so I'm here a day early. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a room at the lodge, so we'll see when I get there. I'm hopeful that they'll let me just come stay tonight and leave tomorrow. If not, I'll have to find alternative lodging for the night. And I'll probably go on my way tomorrow and maybe cut the mileage down. Do half today, half the next day, or something like that. We'll see. The weather's supposed to be bad tomorrow, but I don't have any current weather, so in a minute or two, hopefully I'll be able to get service once I know if I'm staying there or not, and I'll be able to find out. I'm sure there's service here. It's a town, andLl be able to find out what the weather is. If the weather's supposed to be bad tomorrow, I might try to stay in here and just leave a little later. Once the rain has subsided a little bit, but we'll see. So I checked into the Cougie Lodge early. They were kind enough to switch my reservation to today, which I just paid for. This is my bunk room. There's 5 beds in here. I'm going to take that one right there. No one's here right now, which is nice. I have the room to myself momentarily. I'm going to try and get my clothes out and change. That feels just divine, getting that off. I'm going to take a shower, hopefully. They're going to do my laundry here so I can get my clothes clean. I will unload garbage as well. Always a good thing. And once I feel clean like a human again, I will then go probably into town and get some food. So, just got to be careful. I'll take my bag with me so I can carry some goods back, and I'll take any valuables I have, I guess. Some of my electronics. Probably my GPS with me anyway. Okay, that's it. Time to get clean. Okay, so I took a brief shower. There was no soap in there though. I didn't bring any. I'm gonna see if I can buy some down at the village. I checked in. I took a bed. I hope I didn't offend anybody, but someone has all their gear up on the top bunk, so I don't know if they just put it there and they're using the bottom bunk, or they're taking the top bunk. So I probably offended somebody, and I may have to apologize and move, but I can't tell what bed has stuff where. So I'll just have to apologize to someone later. I'm gonna walk down and try and get a drink. and maybe some snacks to go hiking, and I'm gonna call home. Check back in later. So I'm in town at Fort Augustus. I just stopped at a fish and chip place. I'm not a big fish eater, but I love chips or potatoes, all kind of taters. So I had to get some, but we happen to have a chicken sandwich, so I'm gonna get that. Stopped off, got a drink, drinking a Coke. And that's my burger with the chips with vinegar and salt. Yummy. Here's the lodge. They got some music playing. Sounds like it's happy hour in there. I think they do serve alcohol or drinks in there. Yeah, definitely sounds like a happy hour in there. I'm gonna go up to the room. Hopefully I haven't offended anybody by taking their bed or anything. Try and get my laundry in now since reception should be opening up. I'm just gonna do a little recap. It's Saturday afternoon here in Fort Augustus. I did about 30 miles today, I believe. 8.5 hours of walking. I just ran into the other challenger that I walked with yesterday and today a little bit. I passed him. I said we didn't really walk together. He was having a little trouble with his leg. He has a sciatica or whatever he said. And but he did make it to town. So I've been here at least an hour, probably an hour and a half. So he said he made a navigational error on the mountain coming off. I'm not sure which place he went, but he went the wrong way for about a kilometer or so. So it delayed him. I know he's hurting a little bit. He's walking, and he's gonna try and grab some food and stuff like that. And then I think he's gonna go camp in the woods. He said he was gonna keep walking. So I'm thinking about tomorrow. I'm gonna start looking at the maps now, but I'll probably continue on my way tomorrow. I'm gonna leave here in the morning, and I'll probably try to do at least half of my mileage for the next day. I'll have to look at the maps, but I was able to get rid of my garbage. I bought a couple of more snacks. I probably should buy more, but I may go back. We'll see. May go back down to town a little later. They have a bar, and I guess like a happy hour sort of down south. I just had that chips in there, and I'm full. I can't possibly have finished it, so I'm stuffed. I may try a drink though. After all, I'm here. I need to have some whiskey, right? Not really, but at least I don't have to go anywhere. I can just stay here. If I had one, that would be my limit. So I'm just gonna hang out here. I'm gonna charge up my stuff now and try and get a good night's sleep. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. I may phone in, but we'll see, and go from there. So other than that, great place so far. It's more like Morag's Maze than anything. I had trouble finding the location. I just dropped off my clothes with the people that are working reception, so hopefully they'll be washed and dried, and I'll get them back. So I'll have another pair of clean clothes, and tomorrow I'll start hiking with these pair of clothes that I'm wearing now. So I'm good for the next 4 or 5 days, maybe. Probably at least till I get to Kingusi. And yeah, that's about 4 more days, I think. And after that, I have that long stretch in the wilderness again, kind of like the last 2 days. And then after that, I come to civilization again, more populated areas where there'll be a lot more, I think, bed and breakfast and stuff like that. And then toward the end, there'll be, I think, hotels. They're more larger towns. So, but I'll be passing through like a lot of little villages. But I'm sure I'll be able to get, food, a bakery, a snack, something like that. Some takeaway food, as they say. So I can get something like that. That's it. It was a good long day. My right foot is hurting me a lot. My chest is sore from where I fell, but I don't think anything's broken. I didn't see a bruise. And I forgot to get soap when I was in the store there. I went to I guess what would be a Quick Mart at home. It's a gas station, but they have a lot of snacks, obviously catering to a lot of the tourists here. For a place that's very popular, surprisingly, there's not hotels. There's, bed and breakfast and things like that. But options are somewhat limited.
and they do fill up, and sometimes you can't get space, I was told. But if you are here and you can't find a space, or you're not sure, what you can do is you can go to the visitor center, and for a small fee, they will actually find you lodging. So basically they make the phone calls, find your place, and then you go there, and they charge a small fee for that. Some of the other challengers told me that, said if I have trouble, if I get into town today, and because I thought about staying over a day too and resting, but I think I'd rather push a little bit and get a little miles than no miles. And even though I'm slightly ahead, it can help me out because the next day or two I was camping anyway. So until I need to be at a hotel, I have no problem. Spirits are good. I'm worried about my right leg a little bit. I'm hoping that's the leg I fell into that hole on the first day. And it felt like nothing got damaged, but obviously I must have hurt it a little bit. So it's talking to me right now. It feels a lot better since I got here, but we'll see. So check back later.
Well, it's the end of Saturday. It's about 8, a little after 8 now. I'm going to try and go to sleep. Had a great day. I'm glad to be here, off my feet. I'm dry, I'm warm. What more could I ask for? Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, possibly until 1 o'clock. I may wait until 10:30, maybe have breakfast here, and then decide to go hiking at that point. If I get wet, I get wet. I'll dry off. It's not the end of the world. It's not predicted to be very heavy. It's showing lighter and conditions improving as the afternoon goes on. Monday is supposed to be more of the same, with rain in the afternoon predicted, midday, 1 to 4. So something like that. So whatever. I'm going to try and do my mileage tomorrow. I may go a little extra. I may stop shorter. All that will do is make my next day shorter. I'm revising my route because I realize there's an error in my map. At least the waypoints that are showing tomorrow has me going across a mountain where there's no trail. So I will have to do a little longer mileage. So it works out good. If I end up doing my mileage that I planned and ending at the same place that I planned on originally, I'm still a day ahead. And if I stop a little earlier because I'm just tired or the weather, I still have the following day. So it works out good. But it's a long stretch going across, an open area. There's no towns or anything there for a while. So the more mileage I can do, the better it is. That's it. Like I said, I didn't really do much else. I went back to the store, grabbed another drink, a couple of more snacks, not too many, like 2 or 3 snacks, and mostly candy Skittles. I didn't see some of the other stuff I was looking for. And then I did have a drink. I had a whiskey, and I am in Scotland, right? And then I also talked to a couple of TGO challengers. I met one gentleman named Rob. We were actually talking. He would like to do Mount Whitney. He mentioned that, and I then told him about my experience there and how great it was. And I recommended TSX Challenge. So hopefully he'll do that in the future. If not, gave him information. But very nice gentleman. We're going along the same route, so we'll probably see each other a couple of times again. We just have a couple of differences. We're on a different timetable, but we're going the same route, more or less. But he's ending, it looks like almost 2 days before me, so his route is different. He's not ending up. He's going straight to Montrose, so he's not going across to Aberdeen. So he's going south. It's actually a shorter route, I believe, the way he's going. And he's obviously finishing 2 days in front of me. But he does have some long stretches because he did the same thing. He made plans. And I met a couple of other challengers that are going similar routes, so I'll probably be seeing them off and on over the next couple of days. There's a lot of them here. I don't know them all, but other people said they've seen others. I did meet 3 more of them. It was a
a gentleman with two ladies that I saw yesterday in Dorney, and I saw them today again on the trail having their lunch, and I saw them in town. They were buying supplies as well. They actually invited me to join them at one of the pubs, but I had already eaten and I really didn't want to drink. So I'm not a big drinker. Like I said, I had one whiskey, and that's it. So I just came back to the hotel, the hostel, I should say, at that point. So I'm going to go to sleep now. There's one of the gentlemen that just joined us, so there's 3 other people in the room with us. There's 5 beds, so there's 4 of us all together. One of the bunks are empty, so I'm not going to record when anyone's here. That's it. Had a great day. Was able to talk to home. Spoke to my wife. Checked up on the family. What more can I ask for? Life is good, and I am truly lucky and blessed. Thank you so much. Till we meet again.